Hey everybody, it's me, it's the B-O-B-B-Y, the Music Man, Bobby Munson coming at you with an album review. Yes, an album review right here on the channel. We're going to do a full review. I know I've done a reaction video to the song Nails off of this album, so you can go back and catch that if you want to check that out. We are talking about the band Wage War, who just dropped their latest album, Stigma, and I've had the chance to sit down, listen to the track by track a couple times over now, so I can kind of get my full thoughts in gear ready for this album release. And so going through this thing, of course, first and foremost, going through every single track, all 10 tracks on this album, initial listen, I was immediately hooked. Everything on this really stood out. There's a lot that stands out on this album. If you've heard the tracks that have been released, example, Magnetic was the first one released. That one, there is a few songs that kind of fall into that kind of that hooky riff, kind of almost like they're good enough to be played on certain radio stations, stuff like that. Those songs exist on here, those singles that are going to become big time things. Magnetic was one of them. Obviously, Blur is another song. You're going to hear Blur a lot, I think, played on the radios. Hellbent kind of falls in line there. I found that Is This How It Ends is kind of like it, almost like that Circle the Drain type song on here, without ever actually repeating what they did on the previous album. There's always going to be tones that carry over with bands. There's going to be stuff that carries over because they have a signature, they have a style, they have what is uniquely theirs that they're going to bring across multiple albums. Of course, with this one too, we get a lot of really riff heavy, hard driven songs, and there is plentiful lots of really metal style stuff, like just stuff that you're gonna really dig if you're into the heavier side of things. Now again, it kind of balances both worlds. It does a lot of blending of the heavy along with the more melodic type stuff as well too, so it depends on what your flavor is. If you're gonna be someone who's just hardcore into the heavy, maybe it'll let you down at moments throughout the album. If you're someone who's just more into the stuff that you're used to hearing on the radio, then maybe you should just stick to the singles. But if you're someone that can appreciate the best of both worlds, like myself, then you're going to dig this one from top to bottom. Every single track, you're going to know that this is an absolute standout album, and that it's going to stand out by the end of the year as probably one of the ones that meets the top 10 of a lot of people's lists for album of the year. I'm at least banking on it anyway, because this one is one of the ones that immediately stands out this year as the newer album that has been dropped. I know there's a lot of music coming up that needs to be dropped still, but Stigma definitely does not disappoint. Wage War kicks ass. This album kicks ass, and I love it. I'm here for it. Every bit of it. Awesome. Face melter. Recommend. So what did you think? Have you listened to the album? Let me know in the comments section below what you thought of this. And maybe there's some other album you want me to review by a band. Let me know in the comment section as well, too. Give this video a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you know anytime we release new material here at our local establishment. I have been Bobby Munson. Thank you very much for sitting down and listening to the review with me, and I'll catch you at the next one. Rock on, everybody.